Welcome to The Explainer. We're diving into the biggest story in tech today, the AI gold rush. And we're going to uncover this really strange paradox at the heart of it all, using insights from the people who are actually building this new world. So let's get right into it.
All right, we have to start with what is frankly the most staggering number in AI today, 99%. That's a 99% drop in the cost to use the world's most powerful AI models. And this nosedive, it happened in just over 2 years.
To really put that into perspective for you, OpenAI CFO Sarah Fraher broke it down. Using their top model went from costing $33 for a million tokens. You can think of tokens as just pieces of words, all the way down to just 9 cents today. I mean, that is a mind-blowing price collapse.
And that brings us to the huge question we're tackling in this explainer. If the digital product itself, the AI, is becoming practically free, then why on earth is the world scrambling to spend a fortune, maybe even trillions, on the physical stuff that powers it? It's a paradox that really defines this exact moment in time.
So to find the answer, we've got to look past all the fancy software and get into the messy, brute force reality of building something on this scale. We're talking about a world of hard physical limits. So what's actually holding back AI's expansion? Well, it's not just about the code. It's about concrete for the foundations, tons of copper for wiring, just immense amounts of electricity, and maybe most important of all, the skilled people you need to actually put it all together.
CoreWeave CEO Michael Intriger paints this incredible picture. He says these new AI data centers aren't like the quiet server farms you might imagine. No, they are construction projects that feel almost sci-fi. He literally said it's like walking into the Death Star. It's just wild. This is an industrial revolution happening right now in real time.
And this really highlights the human bottleneck. Okay, get this. A few years ago, a data center project might need about 100 electricians, and 80% of them would be real seasoned experts. Today, that same project needs 2,000 electricians, but the number of true experts hasn't really grown. So now they only make up about 4% of the workforce. That creates a massive, massive skills gap. So all of this intense physical demand has kicked off what you can only call a global gold rush. But instead of digging for actual gold, you've got nations and companies in a flat-out race to build computing capacity. And you got to understand, this isn't the story of just one company. It's a whole ecosystem that's working together. You have the AI labs like OpenAI creating all the demand. Then specialized builders like CoreWeave, you've got nation-states like the UAE building at an unbelievable scale, and of course financial giants like BlackRock providing all the capital.
If you want to grasp the sheer scale of this, just look at Abu Dhabi. A single AI campus is being built there to consume 5 gigawatts of power. That is enough for millions of homes. Right now, as we speak, there are over 7,000 builders and 100 cranes on that one site, out in a desert.
Okay, this kind of construction obviously costs a fortune. So that leads to the next big question, right? Where is all this money coming from? And is the demand for AI actually real enough to justify these enormous bets?
Well, OpenAI CFO has this great way of describing their business. She says it's like a Rubik's Cube that's constantly evolving. You know, just a little while ago, they had one product on one cloud with one business model. Simple. Now, it's this complex, multidimensional strategy across different clouds, a whole suite of products, and tons of different ways to make money.
And it seems to be paying off big time. Their annualized revenue, that's a projection of yearly income based on how they're doing right now, has just skyrocketed. It went from $2 billion to $6 billion to now over $20 billion. And that happened in an incredibly short period. This isn't just hype. It is a real fast-growing business. And that's the crucial point. The leaders in this space, they completely reject the idea that this is some kind of bubble or that the demand isn't real. From where they're sitting, the entire industry is supply constrained. Everyone is scrambling for more of this one finite resource, computing power. But here's what might be the most surprising part of this whole thing. Despite all this explosive growth, the people actually building this future, they are absolutely convinced we are just at the very, very beginning of the story. Rob Goldstein, the COO of BlackRock, he puts it perfectly. He says, look, if you think of this as a baseball game, we are not in the first inning. The game hasn't even started yet. The national anthem is still playing. Right now, we're just building the stadium.
OpenAI uses another really powerful analogy. It's like we've just wired the first houses for electricity. We've shown people, hey, look, you can turn on a light bulb. But that whole world of appliances, the stove, the TV, the toaster, none of that has even been invented yet. The real applications are still to come.
And this quote, I think, just brilliantly illustrates the core dynamic that's driving all of this. The physical infrastructure, what we can build, that's always going to have limits. But what seems to be truly infinite is our collective insatiable appetite for more intelligence. Every time we build more, the world just finds a way to use it and then asks for more.
You see, this AI gold rush, it's not just about building data centers. It's about laying the foundation for a future where intelligence is as cheap and abundant as electricity is today. And that leaves us with the ultimate question. What kind of world will we all build when that finally happens?